Hello everyone, welcome to sentence 9. So this one is a bit of a bonus sentence, but I think it's really going to strengthen our persuasive argument, okay? So in sentence 9, you will compare your performance during the challenge, okay, to Eddie Xanadu. Now, remember, this could be the desert challenge, this could be the vortex challenge, this could be the flight simulator one, whichever one you're currently writing about from this paragraph. You're going to compare your performance in this to Eddie Xanadu, okay? So here's your objective for sentence 9. Compare your performance to Eddie Xanadu. Now, why are we doing this? Okay, well, he's your direct competition. And although you don't want to be the focus of your argument, briefly mentioning that you handled the difficult situation more effectively than Eddie will strengthen your argument. Okay, so what I mean by that is you don't want the whole speech to just be Eddie is rubbish. He doesn't know how to fly rockets. He doesn't know how to save people's lives in missions. That just comes across as negative and it doesn't give off the right impression. So you want the bulk of what you're saying to be about how brilliant you are, but it doesn't hurt to occasionally mention when Eddie fell short, okay? Because remember, in our paragraph 4, we're defending ourselves against what Eddie's almost certainly going to say about us, okay? So it doesn't do any harm to have something that we can use to say, look, Eddie's not actually that great. Here's an example, okay? All intertwined when we're talking about how brilliant we are. So let's have a look. What did Eddie actually do during those respective challenges? Well, during the desert challenge, if you remember, he ran off chasing the Mirage because Hassan, his son, told him to, okay? So he didn't exactly show great leadership here, did he? When he just went, if Hassan's like, Daddy, I want to go, and he's like, okay, let's go. He didn't really take into account the situation and save the team. He just went because his little boy Hassan told him to, okay? Not great. The Vortex ride, well, he couldn't get Hassan to go on the ride with him, okay? And he gave the impression that he was quite scared too. So he couldn't convince his own son to go on the ride with him, and he was probably scared too. So if you remember, Liam went on the ride with all the children, so Eddie wasn't very good at persuading Hassan to go, and he probably was a bit scared as well. And then the flight simulator, the penultimate ride, if you remember, he spent the whole time trying to buy it from Dr. Drax, okay? So remember, if you're Liam, you did a brilliant job. You were the only one to do it. You even beat it when Dr. Drax tried to challenge you with the trap. You beat it both times, okay? Whereas Eddie Xanadu did terrible and just tried to buy it off Dr. Drax, which really annoyed her. So you can mention that, okay? So give it a go. Remember, this is just comparing your performance to the relative challenge. So if you started your point and then your evidence is the flight simulator, make sure you compare it to the flight simulator. Don't compare him to the desert challenge when you've started with the flight simulator, okay? Follow it through nice and clearly so it makes sense. Best of luck.